A very warm welcome to all of you. I am Mrs. Khushbu Pathak, Assistant Professor, Department of Management of SSMV, Bhilai. In our previous lecture, we have already discussed the introduction of managerial economics, importance, meaning, and definition. In this presentation, I am going to deal with the scope of managerial economics. So let's understand what is the meaning of managerial economics. In previous lectures also we have discussed the meaning of managerial economics. Managerial economics word is made up of two words, that is managerial and economics. So let us understand their meaning separately. Managerial means related to managers. Everything that revolves around the managers which comes under the managerial. It can be roles, responsibilities, tasks, duties, functions of the managers, the decision making, the planning. There are different management functions which are performed by the managers. At the same time, what is economics? Economics is basically a social science that deals with the scarcity of resources, and human needs and wants are unlimited in nature, and at the same time we are having unlimited needs and wants, and we are having the limited resources. So how we can match between these two? So let us understand the meaning of managerial economics. Basically, managerial economics, it is a study about the tools and techniques and the application and uses of traditional economics tools and techniques, economic theories, concepts, and economic relationship for the modern business practices, like for the decision making, for planning, for controlling. So very important task of the manager is to take the right decision at the right time. So managerial economics, it's a tool, it is a study which deals with the application of various tools and techniques of traditional economics, and we are using these tools and techniques in modern business practices as well as decision making and planning. So now let us understand the scope of managerial economics. The scope of managerial economics is divided into two parts: microeconomics applied to operational issues, macroeconomics applied to business environment. So let us understand what is microeconomics and what is macroeconomics. Microeconomics, it is a study that deals with the individual firm or the industry level. So it is having the narrow concept or the narrow scope. But at the same time, when we are talking about the macroeconomics, it means it is having a very broader impact in the business operation, and it covers the whole marketing environment, environmental factors and forces like natural factors, political legal factors, social factors, cultural factors, economic factors. So these are the factors which are directly indirectly affecting the business operations, decision making and planning and implementation. So one by one we need to understand about the microeconomics. First, theory of demand. It consists of theory of demand, how what is demand, there are how many types of demand, and what are the factors that affect to the demand of the product. Then second, theory of production and production decisions. So theory of production talks about the requirement of the raw material, availability of resources, availability of labor, factory setup. So these are the factors which are very important for the production. So in production aspect also we have to take many decisions, like how much raw material we are needing, from whom, from which supplier we are going to purchase the raw material, at what time our finished goods will be ready. So these are the production related decisions. Then pricing theory and analysis of market structure. So there are different types of pricing strategies and theories decided by the company for a new product as well as the existing product. And analysis of market structure. There are many types of market structure like oligopoly, monopoly, monopolistic competition. So these are the types of market structure. So we need to understand the market structure and its types. Then profit analysis and management. Company always wants to maximize its profit, so profit maximization is very important, but we have to analyze and manage also. So proper analysis of balance sheet, profit and loss account, this is needed, and proper management of profit is needed. Then theory of capital and investment decisions. So theory of capital basically deals with the capital expenditure or long-term investment decisions companies are taking, investing in big proposals or big projects, purchasing the machinery, the plant setup, the equipment. So these are the capital expenditures. So company has to be take decisions regarding the capital investment. Then now talk about the macroeconomics. What are the factors? Basically, there are many types of macroeconomics factors, but here in this diagram there are three type of macroeconomics factors, like economic factor, economic environment. This is basically related with the economic condition, economic scenario, various government policy like monetary policy, fiscal policy. So the different government policy, government expenditure, government revenue. So these are the aspects associated with the economic environment. And another is social environment. So basically customers are related with the and belongs from a particular society. So there are many social and cultural factors which affect the business operation and its decision making. Then political factor, basically it includes the political ideologies, political parties, political systems, again rules and regulations issued by the government. So these are the factors related to the microeconomics. So basically in this diagram the scope is divided into two aspects, microeconomics and macroeconomics. So let us discuss one by one. Scope. First is demand analysis and forecasting. A firm is an economic organization which transforms input into output that is to be sold in a market. Accurate estimation of demand, the analyzing the forces acting on demand of the product produced by the firm, forms the vital issue in taking effective decisions at the firm level. Basically, what is demand analysis and forecasting? We are trying to forecast, we are trying to predict how much demand of the product in the future. So what will be the demand of our product in future time duration? So we are transforming input into output and we are selling our products to the market. So we are trying to estimate that how much demand of the product will be going to have in the market. So according to that we have to plan and take the right decision in the organization. Secondly, cost and production analysis. Cost analysis is yet another function of managerial economics. In decision making, cost estimates are very essential. The factors causing variation in cost must be recognized by and allowed for if management is to arrive at cost estimates which are significant for planning purposes. Basically, cost analysis is very important, identifying the cost estimates, what will be the estimated cost of the our products, which product we are going to produce, how much the cost we are going to bear, and how we will decide the actual price of the product, and what are the factors of production which are required for producing a particular product, how much cost is incurred for making the final product. So cost estimation is very important for planning also, implementation also, and the controlling also. And as well as production of products is decided. So how much product we are going to produce and at what quantity we are needing the raw material. Next, inventory management. An inventory refers to a stock of raw materials which a firm keeps. Now the problem is how much of the inventory is the ideal stock. If it is high, capital is unproductively tied up. If the level of inventory is low, production will be affected. Basically, inventory means the stock we are carrying in the warehouses or the organization or the godowns. So inventory means the whatever the it can be the stock of raw material, it can be stock of finished goods, it can be the unfinished products or the parts, nuts and parts, or the small parts of the products. So in inventory we are keeping the stock of raw material or the finished products. So when we are when we are dealing with the excess inventory, so we are stocking these inventories just because of not having demand in the market. So we are not utilizing our capital, so it's an unproductive use of our capital. So the money is unnecessary, misused, or not properly utilized. So we are keeping our inventory at low. So we should keep our level of inventory should be low, and so that production will not be going to affect. Then advertising. To produce a commodity is one thing, and to market is another. Yet the message about the product should reach the consumer before he thinks of buying it. Therefore, advertising forms an integral part of decision making and forward planning. Expenditure on advertising and related types of promotional activities is called selling cost by economists. Basically, our production department basically produces a particular product, but the marketing department, advertising and selling department try their best and make their efforts to sell the particular product in the market. So we need to provide all the informations and details and the basic features of our products and services, and these information should be reached to the customer, to the ultimate customer and the market, so that people will understand the basic features and utility and the basic characteristics of products. So by the advertising we can take the right decision. We can decide our the USP of the product, the characteristics and the features. So in the form of advertising, we can take the decision making and forward planning. We can decide the expenditure about the advertising and promotional activities, and what will be the selling cost of the product, so that we can maximum advertise our product and maximum sales will be possible. Then pricing decision, policies and practices. Pricing is very important area of managerial economics. The control functions of an enterprise are not only productions but pricing as well. When pricing a commodity, the cost of production has to be taken into account. Basically, when we are producing a particular product, first we have to decide the actual cost estimates. So the cost estimates of the product, then only we can decide the actual selling price of the product. So how much selling price we are going to decide. So pricing strategy is very important, deciding a price, a right price of the for the product to sell in the market. So pricing is very important, and there are many types of methods which we are using in the pricing method. Different policies and practices are using in the pricing. So basically pricing control techniques and functions are also there in the enterprises. Then profit management. A business firm is an organization designed to make profits. Profits are acid test of the individual firm's performance. In appraising a company, we must first understand how profit arises. The concept of profit maximization is very useful in selecting the alternatives in making a decision at the firm level. Profit maximization is the sole objective of any enterprise or the company, but we need to understand that how much products are going to sell in the market, so that we will achieve the maximum profit. So we must have certain alternatives so we can take the right decision at the firm level. Then capital management. Planning and control of capital expenditures is the basic executive function. The managerial problem of planning and control of capital is examined from an economic standpoint. The capital budgeting process takes different forms in different industries. Capital management is nothing but the planning and control of the capital expenditure or capital investment decisions company take in the long run. Basically, capital expenditure are the long-term investment decisions taken by the company. For example, purchase of the factory, purchase of the machinery, installation, equipment purchasing. So these are the long-term capital expenditures a company is going to bear. So the company has to plan accordingly, take the decision according to this, and company has to decide that how much investment we are going to have and how much in return we will get in return. Concluding remark: the essence of managerial economics lies in proper understanding of all the external as well as internal forces which are directly affecting business decision making and its overall operations in the firm. Basically, in managerial economics, we need to understand all the external forces and internal forces which are within the control of the organization, but we need to understand all the external forces which are governed by the market factors. There are different factors like micro factors covers the political, legal factor, social, cultural factor, natural factor, economic factor. So these are the factors which are have major impact on the business decision making, planning, implementation and controlling. So we need to understand micro factors also and macro factors also, so that company can take the right decision making, right planning and controlling aspect, implementation and the overall functioning and operation of the business firm. Thank you.